Your notes can do so much more. Just imagine, your notes become your second brain, which then evolves into a powerful assistant. But how do we do it? On episode 67 of Tool Use, we're joined by Artem Zhutov. He's a physicist PhD exploring coding agents for non-coding workflows. And we're going to discuss how you can use Claude Code in Obsidian to optimize your day, how you can build helpful automations for your general tasks, and how to make your system more reliable and affordable. I love using Obsidian with AI. I use it almost every single day, but Artem brings it to a whole new level. So please enjoy this conversation with Artem Zhutov. Why did you choose Obsidian for your notes?
I've been trying to find the perfect workflow for me. I've been doing this note taking for a very long time. I think, or like 5 years ago, I started using Notion. And it was like a big thing. I think during the COVID, everyone starts like, I need to now change something in my life, and now I'll start setting goals, taking notes, and so on. And I kind of start from there, from Notion. But then I kind of went on track about how can I store my notes locally. I used Emacs. Yeah, if you know Emacs, yeah, it allows you to kind of work locally with your files. And then I went back again on Notion track. I think they created a very nice kind of way to like I think the kind of the buy point for Notion is databases where you can visually see and sort your items. And that's kind of something that I never could achieve in other systems. I started exploring coding agents, and I start storing my notes locally. I think maybe like this year, I start using Obsidian once again. And then I think during like in May, when the Claude Code became a big thing and everyone started using it for kind of for coding, I wanted to create sort of operational system for myself. I started like creating different scripts for different automations, and I've been considering also different options. Maybe there is like N8N, maybe there's something else. And I think the key criteria for me was to be able to not to click buttons. So to let the agent to manage like all of the scripts. And I think like doing this locally, where the agent can run commands, can execute scripts, is something that really kind of enabled me to take like full power of that and not being restricted by APIs or that sort of stuff. Like I think I removed all the complexity. Now I kind of work locally with all of my nodes with coding agents such as Claude Code.
Was there a like an adoption curve for you when you started using a coding agent in non-coding manners? Was it like very intuitive, or how did that process get started?
You need to learn it. For me, you need to kind of, I need to iterate on that. And I think for me, one of the big problems which I had is trying to create a perfect system to manage everything. And I think that's just something that you waste a lot of energy, but then you don't see result of the system working because it's too complex. And what I end up doing, I think, is just building something right now, what brings immediate value. And I think it kind of should not be sort of in a way that you try to design perfect system, but rather I was trying to like later on I learned that I should be doing this approach where I need to solve the problem and let me design some MVP solution for that and see if it sticks. And it's very easy to see if something that you like or not. You just like see if are you using it or not. And I think I kind of just start building the system, and over time it grows and grows, where you have like kind of workflows emerging. And I think for me, I'm a big fan of like custom slash commands, like something that you can package as an instructions and make it reliable and reproducible. And that's what I've been doing. I kind of start collecting those workflows, which I found valuable. And I think right now in my Obsidian Vault, I have like hundreds of those custom flash commands, but I use maybe only 10 of them. And and that's, you can kind of see like what you use and what you not. And I think the pattern emerges naturally.
Very cool. Before we get into the actual like implementation details of how you build these and orchestrate it and whatnot, could you just kind of touch on your thought process for how do you go about doing the planning for a workflow? I know a lot of people say, "Oh, I want to apply automations, but I just don't have a use case." And I really feel like anyone that does any type of knowledge work, any type of work on your computer, there are
Mm.
workflows that can be automated. But how do you identify it, and then how do you go from like idea to actually putting it into practice?
Well, I think I do this step very gradually. That's something that if I see that's something I'm going to be doing more than once, I try to package it into a workflow. And I have a specific command where I can execute it mid-session. So in Claude Code, you have those like chats, continuous chats, and then you have the custom flash command. And then I kind of tell the agent, okay, let's package this into a, let's kind of let's package this workflow, like sort of this interaction which we did into something that is reproducible. And next time you can execute it without like one shot. I think if I see the value and I want to capture that state and make it reproducible, I try to package it. And if I do it more than once, that's kind of the criteria for me. The value plus doing it more than once. One way also to adopt those workflows is to make it easy of process, like make the process of those workflow creation is easy for you. And that example, we have another custom flash command that kind of, okay, we are mid chat and let's say, okay, I just run it and let's capture that into a workflow. And in terms of identifying, I think that's something that I want to do. I want to just track, like, like do experiment for like for a couple of days. I just record what I do. Like what actually I do, like what kind of work do I do, and what kind of actions does it require from me, and see are there any like patterns that can emerge. Is there anything I can make reproducible? And I think I've been exploring that, and I prepared some stuff.
Excellent. Yeah, being cognizant of the work that you're actually doing, making notes, which I love that idea, just, observing yourself and then trying to convert that into a workflow. Yeah, do you want to start showing us the Obsidian Vault and what you've got going on and some of your setups?
Yeah, okay, so let's do that. I think for me, it's a bit unconventional. Right now, I kind of, in a way, don't interact much with Obsidian. And what I do instead, so I have basically cursor opened, and that's kind of how I work nowadays. Yeah, and basically that's the chat, right? And then you have all of that, all of this kind of nodes which you have here, and that's my Obsidian Vault opened in cursor. And then I have a bunch of folders, and there's sort of some structure, but I didn't try it like to have a perfect system. It's more or less in a way like self-organizing structure.
Nice. And
And
sorry, just on that note of the structure, do you do like wiki links to connect different nodes to each other? Do you do tags? How do you help the
oh
system become aware of connected bits of information?
yeah, so for me, I do indexing. Like for example, I use index files, and here what I do is, for example, if during the workflow I created a multiple nodes, like during the chat with the Claude, then I try to kind of connect those into something that can be packaged, right? And here's I do index files, where you have one file, and then inside of this file you have different links, such that you don't lose like how those nodes are related, right? And this example, right? I've been doing job applications, and here like some companies which I've been considering, and like those are in index files, and that's the way I try to keep track of what's going on. And another thing which I do is using Obsidian bases is to have a sort of way to have to categorize your items. And here I have categories for different items which I have in my vault. I try to create categories. Is it like people? Is it like projects? Is it like custom/command? And I think what you can do with that, once you have those categories, you can display them in Obsidian basis. And I think here is an example. Yes, for the like for the goals, for example, right? And like what you do here, I think so you have categories, goals, and this way you can display all of your goals in one place in a nice kind of format that helps me to see like what's going on really.
Yeah, no, I think that's really cool, and a really good approach for being able to keep the information connected. So you set up your categories, you set different notes. How do you actually leverage Claude Code to generate value out of that information?
I think there are different ways. I try to use it as a copilot, where, for example, I try to like work together with a Claude Code. And I think one example is my morning routine, where Claude Code guides me throughout my morning process. So I think that's a very important thing that like that each day we make a decision on like what to do, right? And I try to bring a structure into this process. And here, example of this process where Claude guides me through my morning routine, and what I have here is my main file, which is executes this workflow, and then it opens my Spotify and it opens my Pomodoro timer. I can actually try to run it. Let me see. Yeah, it needs to cache. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but let's see. Okay, so it opens my Spotify app, and it
Nice.
opens my Pomodoro timer, and you kind of start this morning routine. So sorry, I'll pause it. Right now I have like music playing, surfing it to pause that. Yeah, and then what Claude does, so it runs this command review yesterday, and it reconstructs my day, kind of using the notes which I take throughout the day, and it kind of able to reconstruct like 3 days patterns. And the way you do that, the way I collect this data is using this app, just like a test. So here you have notes. And for example, if I start working on something, I can just record it and like my lessons, like learnings, and then it's gonna appear here. And then at the end of the day, I export those notes into a JSON file, and then Claude just reads it, and it's able to reconstruct like what happened yesterday, like hour by hour. And like I do this over 3 days. Now, what I do next is I answer questions. Each day I answer questions like about my energy levels, what I'm excited about today. And this is all of the context. Now, next step, you review your goals. Here the Claude pulls all of my goals. I think I showed those. Like, I think these are my goals, and Claude reads those files, and then it asks me a question like, what is the one step you can do towards achieving that goal? And then you do this answering those questions, and in the end of the day, you plan your day, and the Claude kind of proposes a schedule. based on your working rhythm. And now here you have a schedule, and then finally you kind of do back and forth, and then uh, you put it into your calendar. I think that's one way how you can like create a structured workflows and create value, because I think that's something that I've been doing for quite a long time, and it's been really helpful, like gathering context and understanding like what's going on.
That's super cool. I love the idea of having your little coach go and help you out in the morning. How much of that morning routine did you pre-code ahead of time and set into the slash command versus how much of it is Claude just discovering what it needs to ask you and is like different every single day?
Oh yeah, it's actually very structured. It's repeatable each day. It's more or less the same workflow, the same questions. And it's the same because those custom slash commands are the same, and I have a templates for the questions. And I think what's different, the different is once you progress towards your goal, uh, the code starts asking different questions because now the context is different. And I try to bring variety. I think I try to create a randomized kind of questions, kind of create a script with a database of questions, and each day you kind of pull random questions from it. That's something like brings some novelty. But I think there is value in having this workflow structured because now I can iterate on it,
Mhm.
and it's reproducible, right? And it's a continuous process where you kind of, at the end of the session, you kind of see what you don't like, and then you try to iterate on that. Yeah.
And what's the process of making these workflows? Do you actually use Claude Code to make it? Do you go in cursor? Like, how do you make these workflows to iterate on eventually?
I do, I use another custom slash command, which is called update custom slash command. And then what I tell Claude is to introduce a minimal change to address the issue, which I'm talking about in this chat. I think it's very important to say introduce minimal change, otherwise it's gonna go crazy and completely off track. So basically, it's another custom slash command.
Nice. So you create slash commands that help with other slash commands. You have workflows that help with your day planning. It's really showing how if you go a little meta with it, you can leverage these tools to improve the tools that you use, and it just becomes a positive feedback loop.
Yes, exactly.
Do you mind going into any other workflows you have besides the morning routine?
I've also been doing job search recently. I mean, I think the obvious like scaling of those workflows is I also do it in the evening, kind of a different style of reflection. I also do weekly review. I think that's kind of obvious extensions of that. And another one is a kind of personal coach, I know, psychiatrist, like to kind of, if you want to have a session about, okay, what's going on? How do you feel? What are your emotions? Why do you feel this way? I find it's very valuable to better understand myself. I think those are the most ones which I use. I think also it's kind of becomes a like general tool where you can do so much more. And one of the examples is job search, right? And this process where Claude can kind of work together with me on writing cover letters, on creating my resume, and like actually finding the job search and filtering them by like what kind of job do I want, and that's been quite helpful.
That'd be awesome. And I'm also curious, do you give Claude Code web browsing? Do you find the job post and pull them in? What level of automation is in that aspect of it?
Claude has internal Explorer agents, which are great at that. So it can do job search. For example, the task is to like I have those like job postings, and the Claude runs a sub-agent, like general purpose sub-agent, which gets details about this job. And here's a website. And this kind of sub-agent can get the information. And that's the information which sub-agent got from the website. So it's kind of all the internal Claude tools. And it can do for for sort of every job. And then with that, you can have create each file for each job, and then next you can view them in your Obsidian base. So, and that's kind of example of how job search looks like. Each of the files which you see here is generated by the Claude Code, and it has like metadata. For example, yeah, here is all metadata for those jobs which Claude gathered, and it has some comments about like, oh, why is this good?
Sorry, do you make the comments
Now,
or just Claude?
yeah, Claude, I provide general kind of instructions
Mhm.
about what kind of job do I want, and then based on that, Claude finds those job postings and tries to filter them by this type of job. And I think what also works well, if you really like some type of like, I don't know, job posting, you can tell, oh, I want more of those. Can you please find those? And I think it does excellent job in that.
One question on that. Is that
Mhm.
feedback that you just give Claude for the current conversation? Or have you set up a way where when you give this feedback, it updates some type of document so it remembers that for future job searches?
I think there is, but I don't really do that. The way to do that is to actually have a one file, one reference file with what kind of job requirements you want, and then be able to Claude to analyze, to tell Claude analyze against this file. And this would make it kind of more explicit. But I kind of just tell, like when I provide a link to that job, I kind of tell, oh, this sounds interesting, but well, it's kind of cool. I should apply. So that's kind of just like general comments from me.
In terms of Claude.md, or like you mentioned, the reference file,
Mhm.
do you have any other helper files, reference files, something that you set up which is more intended on helping guide Claude and get you to desired output rather than the core information you're storing itself?
Yes, I believe Claude.md is very important. It's something that enables you to be able to just tell, oh, okay, I want to have a like a video idea which I want to like, for example, add, and then you can document that in Claude.md how to handle these requests, and that's something I do a lot. Like I have kind of different instructions in my Claude.md for different type of kind of scripts to execute or different type of content which I want to capture. And then like without any context, without like any like references in a new chat, you can just tell, oh, okay, so let's add this video idea, and then Claude like capture it and create a new file in Obsidian, and it's going to be shown like with proper metadata. Yeah, and I think another thing, managing the size of this file. What helps here is to have kind of references to other files. Like if you like need to add a video to my like add a new video idea about like to my database, then like use this file. Like here's the instructions, and it keeps it like very minimal, and it doesn't kind of bloat the context.
Yeah, like just-in-time instructions for a given task. Here's additional information. I know for the system I'm building at Box One, I've set up like a big mono repo, got a few different services inside. Every service has its own README that gives instructions on the purpose, important aspects of the app or the service. And then I have a root level README that kind of directs it to those different things. So I can just say, hey, coding agent, here's your README, like use it as a map to explore the code base, find the relevant files, get the context you need, and then execute the task. So I definitely find value in this. What was the phrase? Just like a progressive loading of information into the context rather than just dumping everything all at once. Because one problem with MCP servers, as an example, is just the massive amount of tooling get introduced into the context could steer it the wrong direction. So do you have any other advice on helping a coding agent navigate through your Obsidian Vault to be able to pull up the proper files to get the proper context?
Yeah, I can give my comment. Uh, I was trying to design like a couple of days ago a system where I'm going to be able to like prepare context for the different tasks which I need to accomplish. I tried to design it, but then I realized that, okay, if I'll just go to the new chat and ask Claude, okay, prepare context for me to continue job search. Actually, in a minute, you're going to get a great result and great start. And it's going to get you 80% there without any additional information, just by looking at your, exploring your Obsidian with a agentic search using grep, and then by exploring the code base. For kind of personal assistant use case, in Obsidian, I think it's less stringent of a requirement to kind of properly manage the context. If you don't get it right, but you get it like 80% right, it's very good. But I think for coding, it's much more stronger requirement to get a proper context and proper understanding of the code base. Yeah, and also in terms of managing context, I think what really helps, the problem which I faced is I have all of these goals and experiments which agent needs to read, right, to understand, okay, what's going on there. And it's it becomes quickly unmanageable if you need to read 10 files. So I was facing the issue where mid-session, my context window would just, yeah, Claude, okay, you need to basically start a new session. Now, the solution which I developed is have a template on the way you document your goals and logs. So you have like specific header in your markdown file, and then it's all for all goals. It's the same. You document your logs in the same way. And now I build a parser which only parses the last 3 logs from this markdown file, and it injects it into the context of Claude while this morning routine is happening. And also, when you do this reflection, you need to update those logs. Now, there is another script which does updating the logs without reading the full file and updating it. So that's increases the speed of just working, right? The Claude doesn't need to produce those tokens to generate a new file rather than just doing by script. That's something that's been really helpful. And also, yeah, I think it's something I discovered recently, that all of your conversations which you have with Claude, they're stored locally. You can access them, right? If you're using ChatGPT on the web, you have like no control over your data. So you need to like download it. And that's not kind of dynamic, right? But here, I can show, I built a parser that enables Claude to kind of understand what kind of conversations have I had today. And also Claude can like extract the voice notes, which I kind of recorded today during the morning session. I think that's kind of very cool direction to explore. I think I'll just dictate to Claude, and I don't know how it's going to happen, but we'll improvise. Hey, Claude, can you please list all of the sessions for today, which I had, and extract the voice notes for my morning routine, which I did today, and put it into my clipboard. Let's see if it would do it.
What do you do for voice notes?
I use WhisperFlow. Yeah, I've been a big fan of Super Whisper. I've been a big fan of Super Whisper, but I think what really unique about WhisperFlow, I think they do some magic on backend that it's kind of instant, and that's kind of deal breaker for me. Like if I need to wait for like a second to process my recording, I think it makes interaction like more like it puts some like more friction onto your interaction, and you kind of don't want to talk. But then if it's like instant, you kind of, okay, let's do this. That's
Yeah,
kind of cool.
I've noticed the same thing. If it's all about, for me, boot up time. Like, I'm okay if it takes a little time to process at the end, but if I press the hotkey to trigger my voice transcriber and it doesn't work right away and I have to wait, it just kills my flow. And it's funny how we're getting so like particular about this, but the whole purpose of voice transcriber is to increase bandwidth.
Yeah, that's great. I think also the accuracy is another criteria which is important. So I speak Russian language, and I can just mix now. I can mix English and Russian. And it's so cool. Like I couldn't
That's really cool.
do that 2 years ago. Now it's like very impressive, the accuracy. Okay, but here's the workflow that I have the script. Okay, what are the sessions which I had today? And now here's the session ID for each of the Claude Code sessions. And here is the date. Now here is a number of messages. And I think that's important thing, that it enables you to see what kind of slash command did you run. And you're able to categorize conversations, right? For example, oh, that's a reflection. And I can just tell Claude, oh, can you read this reflection? And so on. And here is my evening routine. Here's my morning routine. And next, I think what Claude does is, okay, it copies the voice notes into my clipboard. So here it is, all of my voice notes from today. And yeah, oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. And it's kind of all serves the context. Now I can ask, so what kind of ideas, how I had today, and what can I execute right away. And it's kind of just a very interesting use case that everything you do, like all the chats, it's not a waste, but it's like useful context on how you can like do what you can do right now. Yeah. So that's just amazing.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I would love it if you could talk a little bit more about these scripts, because one thing I preach on this show is to leverage deterministic code as much as possible and don't rely on the LLMs for everything. And once you get a repeatable task, asking an LLM to do it every single time is a lot of tokens wasted, a lot of money spent, when you can just have a script that the coding assistant runs, and then you get the predictable, fast, cheap output every single time. So what other scripts have you set up to help with your workflows?
Yeah, I do extraction of the experiments because those are just markdown files with a YAML front matter. And now, like instead of like telling Claude, okay, list all of my experiments which are active, or list all the goals which are active, I just build a script. Just okay, use this script, and all the time you get reproducible output. And I think one cool thing about that is that when you have a custom flash command, when the Claude injects it, when Claude runs it, then what you have this like backticks, right? You can put a code in backticks, and then it automatically executes it when custom slash command run, right? And then instead of what you can do is saying that, oh, here is the context. Or here you have a script. We just tell, oh, here are my active experiments, and then there is a code in backticks which gets those experiments, and once agent executes those, it becomes a text which are actual experiments.
Sorry, just make sure I understand. Your slash commands have code in them, which makes it a dynamic command, so it'll actually have different content every time you run it, theoretically?
Yes, exactly.
Very cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I can show how it looks like in practice. Okay, I think main like evening. Okay, let's do morning routine. Yes, I think that's example of just in time like code execution. That here, if you put in the backticks, that's gonna be today's date plus time, right? And that's what you put in your context. So that agent understands, okay, what's happening, what day of the week nowadays. And then I think I have those like custom slash commands, for example, for reviewing goals. Let's look at that. Review goals. I think Yeah, I think I have this context. I put experiments and goals, and then that just queries Python script to get last three like logs for active experiments and active goals. And when Claude runs it, it becomes actual text rather than a script. So, and this kind of makes it reproducible, and every time you get kind of reliable results.
That's really cool. I love having slash commands run other slash commands while simultaneously running code to get dynamic information. That's a really powerful system.
That's kind of something that makes it reliable. I think it's big. Like I think there's kind of different use cases that you can tell agent to, okay, do this task, like no supervision, like you do it at whatever cost. It's kind of one workflow to kind of explore. It's kind of open-ended questions. And then there is another workflows which are balancing the structure and flexibility, right? Because during this morning routines, you can go like different directions. You can just change the direction of conversations the way you want. And I think that's kind of the power, like having this balance of kind of have a structure, but at the same time you have like full control of what's going on. You can ask at any time, okay, let's just change the workflow. I don't like that. Yeah. Let's like update the template for the questions. Just opens so much possibilities.
And similar to the scripts, could you actually talk about some of the templates you have? Because I think giving these coding assistants structure that they can follow and they know what fields to look for if they're asking questions, for an example, are very valuable. So do you have any other templates that you would recommend to people?
Yeah, like those questions, they are just markdown files, and you can reference those. And if you reference them through a add command, they automatically kind of injects into the context without kind of even reading them. And this way, kind of agent understands, okay, we have this template with the questions and we should follow that. That's kind of one way. I would say those are like mostly packaged as slash commands. I think kind of it's within the custom slash commands. Like you just reference those templates, and the custom slash commands kind of create this structure on what is the target interaction you want. What is that you want from the workflow? Yeah, so that's kind of all defined in the commands itself.
Gotcha. Okay. And you mentioned front matter. What do you use front matter for? Are you trying to be consistent across files? Do you have a parser for it? How does front matter help your system?
Yeah, front matter is very important because it enables classification of information, and if you have kind of classification, you can like, create some structure out of that. And the main use of front matter is Obsidian bases. Obsidian bases enable you to render this front matter, and now what you can have is Notion like database where you can have like full control of your data and what goes into those files. And that's one use case, such that you can filter out all of your nodes by this front matter and display it in a structured way. For example, for the job search, like what I do, I track statuses. Like once I apply to a job, I change the status like in progress. Now it's something that I can like understand and track. I think another use case is just itself for the agents. Now you have those YAML front matter, and then you can design systems which enable filtering of your nodes according to some criteria. And you can design those just simple parsers within 5 minutes and get the right result, where agent can get like the target files which you need. And then it's all dynamic, right? Because those fields, like the statuses are changing, and now you're going to have different output, like depending, oh, you have this goal in progress. Now the context is different. And this helps to kind of manage the context to get kind of the most updated information for your agent to kind of to help you to do your best work. I think that's kind of the main use cases.
Nice. And actually pulling it back to your daily routine, which I think is just brilliant. When you go through your day and you're capturing different notes, are all your daily notes in one file and then that's the file that your morning routine parses? Or do you add front matter for the date and it's able to search and say between dates A and B, get all the files and then add that to the context?
Yeah, so for my notes, I just have this Pomodoro timer, and I like that because it has a field where I can take like notes, kind of like you have like 25 minutes of your work, I don't know, and then at the end of the session, you are given a window, like text field where you can like just input your thought, and I just use it for like brain dumps. Okay, what did I learn? What went well? What not went well, and so on. And it just reduces friction. I think this coupling of timer plus taking notes, and then at the end of the day, I kind of parse this data. I just export this data into a JSON file, and it's stored on my computer. And then Claude just parses it according to today's date. What are the notes? How much time did I track today? What is the distribution of time, and so on. So you can do like very cool analysis there. And it's not something that like it's an external app, but I believe you can do that. You can just vibe code it in a in a day or so. But what I do, like to keep track of, like kind of as I progress throughout the day, at the end of the morning routine, I kind of create a daily tasks file with all of my commitments for the day, and then as I progress throughout the day, I kind of have very focusing sessions where, of course, the plan didn't go as planned, and now the context is different, and now I have like a chat with Claude saying, okay, here's my like daily commitments, and let's actually, I don't know, let's get refocused. Like here I have like how much time left. Now let's work on something meaningful. Here's my energy levels. I don't know. I feel like good energy. Okay, let's work on my thesis writing or something like that. So it's all dynamic, like it's on demand. I think you have like very little structure, just like one file, right? Just one file, as simple as possible, and then you reference it into the new chat, and then okay, let's refocus. Let's understand how can we spend time in efficient manner. Yeah, and actually, like I don't like take notes. I don't like type text nowadays. Like it's all like managing, like all of the context is managed through the chat itself. You just like talk. Of kind of the new interaction which is emerging.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I use voice all the time. Same thing. I feel it activates a different part of your brain. You're able to just get a stream of consciousness out rather than being meticulous with what you type. You've dropped a lot of great insight and advice here. Do you have any recommendations or a process for people who want to start implementing these systems? Like, how do they get started? What do they look out for? What are some either tools, integrations, anything you recommend? How can someone go from like brand new to Artem level automation?
The best way to learn is to um, you learn by doing, and you learn by making small steps, such that you don't solve like big problems. Let me design a perfect system, which is very challenging, and you start designing, and it's very demotivating, right? It's failing. But starting with some very simple steps, I think there is no way, like no other way. There is no other way to learn it other than just by interacting with the AI agent itself, like understanding what are the boundaries, what can it do? Like, can we do like this thing? Okay, I think it's not getting there, but that's a learning for me next time. that I'm gonna learn, like understand the boundaries of what's possible, and like constantly trying to like push it a bit, and yeah, that's kind of the, like if you want to learn, you just okay, let's open AI agent and start talking to that, and let's do something. That's like there is no other way. I think the planning is definitely changing. It's something that like it's right now it's more dynamic. Like it's kind of I want to do something. Okay, let's do it. It's not like I'm gonna plan, like I'm gonna go for like courses and study for that I don't know programming courses, whatever. Whatever I want to learn is like you just like okay, I have a like agent right now. It can write any code and can study I can study anything right now. That's kind of the mindset, just like learn by doing.
I echo that statement. I think it's absolutely correct. Artem, you've really inspired me to get my morning assistant morning routine going to try to help optimize my day. How can people keep up with you?
I think if you find it useful, if you uh, got some interesting ideas, if you got at least one idea from this conversation, that's a success. And I explore different use cases of AI coding agents on my YouTube channel. Yeah, and I put some content. I think that's one main way. Yeah.
We'll make sure to link it down below so everyone can find it. I highly recommend it. You put together some great videos.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. I actually I plan to like publish this video regarding the like personal assistant for morning routine. So yeah, it's gonna be available.
Perfect. Artem, thank you so much for coming on. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks. Thanks, Mike. Great chat.
Thank you for listening to my conversation with Artem. Artem and I met months ago, and we're always talking about AI for productivity or how we optimize our Obsidian vaults. And we met through an in-person event via AI Tinkerers. And this week's call to action is just for people in Waterloo. I want you to start coming out to more events. We have a great community being built in Waterloo. There are so many strong engineers and ambitious founders, and we're trying to get them all together and build these relationships and the connections so we can teach each other, learn from each other, and help the ecosystem grow. So if you're located in Waterloo, please reach out. I'd love to hear from you, whether it's through the Discord or on social media. There are lots of ways that we can get in touch, and I want to let you know about the events we have planned. So whether it's AI Tinkerers or Revella Collective, or maybe some other ones that we have in the works, we want to start building this ecosystem, bringing people together in real life so we can optimize the way that we learn and grow together. For everyone else, I'll see you next week.